Solving literal equations with square and cube roots. A literal equation is an equation in which known quantities are expressed either wholly or in part by using letters. A good example is S equals d over t, which you may have seen in your physics course, right? Those letters are representing that speed equals distance over time. Another example is A equals pi r squared, or area equals pi times the radius squared, which we use when studying geometry. In some cases, it is actually easier to work with literal equations since there are only variables, the letters, and no numbers. Our goal is to be able to solve any equation for any variable that appears in it. So let's look at a simple equation first. Let's look at that geometry formula, A equals pi r squared. The variables in this equation are A and r. Be careful, pi, even though it's a symbol, is not a variable. That's a set quantity. That's approximately 3.14. It's that irrational number that goes on and on forever, but it is a quantity. It's a number, so it's not a variable. So solving for a variable, again, A or r, means having it alone or isolated. This equation is currently solved for A. We can see it's alone on that left side of the equal sign. But what would this equation look like if it were solved for r? Think about what operations are currently happening with r. Think of what's with r on that right side of the equation, and how could you undo it to get r by itself?